Hello restorers and explorers, welcome back. We got another episode of Tony Restores and Explores for you. We found a nice little cleanup spot. Some beautiful little views. We're gonna give it a cleaning today. We also upgraded the rig. Instead of screwing around with these bags, we've got our own little setup here. Big old bucket and a wagon. So I'm inspired by, I've talked about it before on the channel, there's these litter buggies out there where they have a GPS coordination in there and a motor, and you can plug in where you're going to clean up and it'll just follow you as you go, so you don't have to pull it. One of the coolest little inventions of modernity I can think of, but again, I'm pretty biased. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great end of spring, start to summer here. I know I am. I'm out in Yorkville now. I've moved quite a bit this year, so, but I love it out here. It's much calmer. It's so pretty. Lots of very rural area, lots of farms, and these areas honestly tend to be a little bit cleaner than more densely populated areas, obviously. So get out here and enjoy it. Enjoy this beautiful weather. As you guys can tell though, already, here we are early May, and it's very difficult to see trash because the greenery and the foliage is already huge. So that's why it's so important to get out, and the earlier in spring you can get out, the better. I know you're battling the cold and whatnot, but it certainly makes finding the trash a little bit easier. One with the whopper in the bin. I just love being out here in nature and getting some exercise and some sun. Ain't nothing like it, guys. Oh boy. Big old 2-liter. So we're just doing some cleaning up. Let me know in the comments if you guys are doing any cleanups, where at and how they're going. I know, sorry about our last little video cut off. This GoPro stinks. And then I was gonna bring along the GoPro and film for our Friends of the Fox River cleanup, but I decided against it because that's wonderful. They don't need any they don't need me trying to hype up off of their production. They've got a great thing going where they've got a van and they do all these gigantic scheduled cleanups with the, you know, either big, like with me with Aldi, and a big corporate gig cleanup, or, you know, there's some that they organize on their own, and just super cool. Friends of the Fox River, check them out. Guy named Gary runs it. Wonderful human being. Super passionate about, you know, the planet and keeping his community clean, which is awesome. Oh wow, that's one really petrified glove. Look at that, guys. That's one petrified glove. Yeah, I got this big heavy duty cart here, which makes tooling around pretty easy. A little bit easier than carrying the bag. Oh, see, look at this. Wrapped around this poor little guy. It's gonna strain its growth. All the plastic out here. So, I don't know why we came up the hill. As we talk about many times, most of the time trash flows downhill. Wind and water, and so I don't know how much I'm gonna find up here. There was certainly a lot more at the base of the hill. So you can see something big down there. What is that? Oh, is that a sign? Political signs. The worst. Oh no, this one's not political, okay. Either way, these signs, if you're one of these people that put these out, make sure you go pick them up after the event has occurred, or, you know, the election is over. Because otherwise, this stuff just rots as litter. And it's like, I get it, it's unintentional litter, but at the same time, it's just not necessary. Just not necessary at all. We can be smarter now in the future about advertising and stuff. And just such a waste. So much waste for a one-time use sign. It's kind of terrible. Huh, I wonder why it's so rocky up here. This must have been maybe something that was going to go under construction soon, I'm thinking. Well, we go down in there, that's going to get down and dirty, huh? Let's do it. Let's find the safest way down here. What is that there? Is this styrofoam? Oh my God. It's one giant block of styrofoam. See, and this stuff, this is gonna fill up my whole bucket on this one gigantic piece of styrofoam. Look at this. So toxic for the environment. And it's black. Ugh. You hate to see it, guys. You hate to see it. Luckily, it's dry, because when this is wet, forget about it. You're not going to be able to get it up. You just won't be able to get it. It's too mushy, and it crumbles into dust. Even now, see? Crumbling. Notice how nothing grew here either? All this junk piled on top, and nothing will grow in this patch for probably 1,000 years. Something insane like that. Because this little area has completely been toxified by this junk. Disgraceful. Try to break it in as big of chunks as possible here, so that we can get most of it. Styrofoam, man. Enemy number one. Enemy number one for supply chains. Figure out how to do it better, y'all. We can do it. We can find alternative means to do this. I'm telling you, not that difficult. Oh my gosh, big old bugs under there. Oh my God, it never ends. It never ends. The only things that probably like this stuff are cockroaches. They'll live and eat in anything. Don't ask me how. But they do. Oh boy. I should have just filled up a single bag with this. Oh, just styrofoam alone can go in here. So, all kinds of new stuff going on. We got a new pope. That's crazy, huh? A new pope. Believe it or not, he's an American. First pope in history. Now, Catholic Church is a lot older than America, but still kind of interesting. Very interesting indeed that the conclave picked an American pope. He's from Chicago, which is just crazy. What are the odds? What are the odds? Oh my, see, at this point, it's better to just maybe grab like that. Look at all that. It smells terrible too. Breathing in the plasticky, styrofoamy garbage fumes. Looks like a beehive from hell. That's what this stuff is. Looks like a beehive from hell. And again, we're not 100% anti-plastic on this channel. Say it every time. We need some forms of plastic to survive and thrive in modernity, but at the same time, this is outrageous. It's outrageous consumption. Not necessary. Not necessary, not needed. We gotta curb our addiction to plastic like so many other things. It's just not good for us, guys. Not good for us. Ugh. Just disappears into dust. That's all right. We put a real good dent in it. Real good dent. Man, oh man. Just nasty. Keep trudging along here. What else will we find on our journey? There's always the thrill of occasionally you find something really, really cool that you wouldn't necessarily ever think to find out in the middle of a forest on the side of the road. Sometimes you find them. It's pretty cool. These plastic cups. Gotta stop. We're way too hooked, y'all. Way too hooked. And I'm just as guilty as anybody else, but as long as everybody's making an individual effort over time, consciously, all those little micro decisions add up to big numbers where change finally happens. So stay the course, as I always say. I'm gonna go under here. Oh, yep, right on the edge already. I got more junk. This is the exercise that never ends. You can get out here and do this forever. Oh my goodness. Prime. Amazon Prime, huh? Probably the biggest of all of the contributors to the problem is good old Amazon. Corporate greed, putting money over people, money over the environment. Typical bad behavior from corporations. But, you know, it's our fault. We're the ones that are still so hooked on material goods. It is our fault. The sooner we reduce our needs and learn how to live in a little bit more harmony and be better stewards, the better off, because it's a limited planet with limited resources, and I'm of the abundance mentality. I mean, the planet's amazing and can achieve anything, and us as human beings can achieve anything. So why aren't we trying? We're not trying hard enough. It's not good. We need to be better. We need to be better. Like aluminum foil there, I don't mind seeing aluminum foil. I'd much rather be picking up that than other stuff, even though, you know, aluminum in that process form does not exist in nature. At the same time, it's a little bit better than plastic, like this. Nasty, gross plastic. Evil. Evil plastics. Well, the plastic isn't evil. It's just doing what it does. But I guess it's our use of it that makes it bad. We're using it all wrong, guys. We're using it all wrong. That's all right, we're getting better. I think the future generations are much better about this kind of stuff than anybody. I think that there's going to be a revolution, a green revolution. We talk about it all the time here on the channel. Humans don't like to do things, so they're backed into a corner. But I think that we're smart enough now to realize we're almost past the point of no return, and we got to do some hardcore internal work. We got to do some external work, and we gotta work together to solve these problems, guys. We can do it. We can do it. You can do it. All right, I'm gonna finish up here, bag up the rest of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you that hangs around on the channel and is helping spread positive vibes and getting that green revolution message out there. So, like I said, to me, there's nothing more important. So, peace. Love y'all. Bye.